Today's video, I want to talk about a few things, a number of things that I got to find out by myself. Nobody really told me about this thing and these things rather, and this is the essence of making this video, just so anybody out there planning on relocating either to the UK or anywhere else in the world would have in mind and would have like maybe not a totally smooth settling in, but I mean a lot better than not having any of these informations, right? So I'm just going to go right into it. The first thing I'm going to talk about is you should be able to ask questions. Sometimes it might not be a positive response, but that doesn't mean you stop asking questions, because if you don't ask questions, you probably won't know a lot of things. So yeah, whenever you're confused, you're lost, you don't understand certain things, ask questions. That helped me a lot, because I'm from a place where when you ask certain questions, people just look at you like you don't have sense. But over here, not a lot of them think like that. Most people that I have encountered, most people, when you ask questions, they're actually really ready to help. I remember one time I missed my way and Google Map was being Google Map. I was confused. The map was making me confused even more, and I had to ask questions and I got my way. If I was going to follow Google Map, I probably wouldn't have gotten home that day. Don't be shy to ask questions, and if they don't know, they'll tell you they don't know, and then you ask other people you see around and you feel comfortable asking. So first thing, ask questions, know how to ask questions. The second thing I'm going to talk about is very, very important, which is confirming information by yourself. We all know how information get diluted and adulterated when it passes from one person to another. So for example, you ask me a question about something that was said in a seminar. I probably won't give you the complete information the way the lecturer or the way the tutor or the way the supervisor or whoever it is that passed the information. I won't give you the exact information as though it came from them. So it's better to ask directly. I'll give you an instance. When I was looking for apartment, right, a lot of people discouraged me from collecting like the school accommodation, whereas I've been getting mails from school like repeatedly on accommodation support, but I just refused to open it because I listened to a lot of ESAs. A lot of people had to say, oh, school accommodation is this, accommodation is that, yada yada yada, you do this, you do that, yada yada. And it happened that all of those things were a big fat lie, right? So until I was convinced to ask questions, to go directly to the accommodation team, accommodation support team. I don't know if that's how they call them, but I went to the accommodation team by myself and asked specific questions. I was able to get proper answer that I needed, and it was totally different from all of the things people were telling me. It was totally different. So yeah, I would say if you have problems at all, go directly to department. If you have a problem with your finances, go to the finance department directly. If you have problem with accommodation, go and ask these questions by yourself, so that you have a proper understanding of what they are saying, right, or what they say. This again is still asking questions, right? So, and that's why it's number one. That's why I made that number one, because you need to really open your mouth. You are new here, you don't know anything, and it's normal, it's okay, it's fine. You don't know anything. Anybody that moved anywhere newly would definitely find a lot of things different, and will struggle a bit. So it's normal, it's absolutely fine. You don't have to put yourself under pressure. All you need to do is just open your mouth to ask, and ask from the direct source or the right people. The third thing I'm going to talk about is don't assume they are good people because they are black or because they are like you. Don't assume that. And I'm going to give you two examples that was really funny. The first one, I remember in the course of looking for accommodation, right? I was somewhere in the school like this. Where I sat, I heard these people talking about accommodation, and I decided to just, I mean, you never know, right? And I was like, oh, please, I'm looking for accommodation. I don't know, is there any way you can help me? Do you have an agent's number? Is there any way you just can help me? And one of them laughed and she said in Yoruba, Shelewa Robia agents Niwani. And I just sat down there I didn't even react. I was just looking like, why? Really, why? And then they were both laughing, and then she asked, "Oh, are you Yoruba?" And I said, "Yes." Did you hear what I said? I said, "Yes." And it happened that this lady is from where I come from, right? And then she wanted to be familiar and, "Oh, so you're my brother." Da, da, da. I just packed myself and then I left. It's okay to just say, "I do not have," or "There's no way I could help." Totally uncalled for. The second one was I still around this live desk. So there's this Nigerian babe. I think she works there. She's a student, but I think she also works there. I'm not so sure. And so I was going to print out something, and I was going to use the school printer to print this particular document. And so I already started, but I wasn't sure what to do next. So I spoke to my friend, and she said, "Oh, this lady work here. I should just go to her and ask her. She will definitely let me know what's up." And I walked up to this lady, and I was like, "Hi, hi." She reluctantly answered, and so I asked, "I want to print out a document, but I'm not so sure how to do it. Please, can you assist me?" And then she goes, "Oh, can't you read?" Again, I'm like, it's totally uncalled for. If I know, I won't walk up to you to come and ask you, right? I just wanted to be sure. And then I just went back to she tried to explain herself, but it was already too late. I just walked out and went to the printer, and I met an Asian guy, and I just asked him, "Oh, please, can you help me? I want to print." And it was helpful. He stayed all through the end. I printed and even gave me extra tip. It's just that simple. I mean, nobody knows all these things by themselves. You definitely learn from someone, right? So yeah, I don't think because they are Nigerians or because they are Ghanaians or because they are from where you are from, they are automatically going to help you. No, it's not like that. And don't get me wrong, a few Nigerians have also helped me, but I'm just making people know that don't expect so much from people that are from the same place from where you are. Don't expect a lot from people that are from where you are from, because then you just get very disappointed and sad and discouraged and all that. So nah, be open-minded. Just be open-minded. People are going to mess you. People are going to offend you, and that doesn't mean that people from other continents are not messy as well, right? But again, do not just think that because we are from Nigeria together, then they're supposed to be supportive. Nah, it doesn't work like that over here. The last one I'm going to talk about is, do not let your desperation for getting an apartment or anything get you scammed. There are a lot of scammers in the UK, a lot. So you have to really be careful with how you put out your information, the links you click on, the sites you visit to get accommodation, all of that. I remember a time somebody tried to scam me while I was looking for accommodation. First, he said he was not in the country. Second, he said I have to pay 2 month deposits and like I think a month rent before I'll be able to move into the property or even view it. And it doesn't just make sense to me why I would pay before I get to sign anything or even view the property. So, and I believe a lot of people would have fallen into that trap. But yeah, you have to be very, very careful. Another one told me I have to pay like £100 before I go to view an apartment. I have to pay £100, and I'm like, okay, what if I do not like this apartment? At the end of the day, do I get a refund? And they go, no, you don't get a refund. What will happen is you pay £40 first, and then if you don't like the apartment, that's it. And I'm supposed to just waste £40 like that, having in mind that I'm also going to transport myself over to that place. So what happens if I don't like the place? I'm just going to allow £40. All of these things at the end of the day still brings me back, or brings us back to the number one thing. Always ask questions. Where you are confused, where you need help, please always learn to ask questions. It's going to help you. And like I said earlier, some people might be very unhelpful when you ask questions, but don't let that even discourage you. Still ask people questions. This definitely will help somebody that's preparing to travel outside of the country, especially if you're coming to Scotland. So this is all for now. The more I get these experiences, or the more I learn all of these things, the more I will share with all of you. Please do not, whatever I'm sharing, don't get discouraged by it. The main purpose of me sharing most of this thing is just to prepare people, because I wish I saw a lot of people do these things. I probably will make certain mistakes that I've made, but it's fine. I'm here now to help a lot of other people. On that note, I will see you guys in my next video. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button, share, like, and until then guys, see you in my next video. Bye for now.